could not help myself but share a late IHP show from your very own 5D mystic, woo-woo, spiritual pseudoscience lady here, ready to chit-chat about a lot of things. So for life partners, relationships, and love, one, it's easy. You will share your awesomeness of feelings with the person again and again and again and again. Otherwise, you're not really doing any type of genuine relationships. The true feelings, true thoughts, no filters. Those are genuine relationships. In fact, they're really fun. Now, if you have a Neapolitan, Italian type home, you're going to know yelling and not yelling. And so nobody's afraid of any of this. And we don't do any of the other stuff that is basically shutting people up. So it's a passionate way of exchanging food for thought. So our homes are welcoming and uniting. And that's where you will know that the minute that you can talk always from your heart. That's what our voice activation is. And surrender. We don't surrender and just like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Please, source, please, universe, please, God, please, up there, bring me. We know, I know, thank you, Christ consciousness. The 5D collective is Christ consciousness. It's because we know forgiveness for real, not pretend, and that's because our inner child, we're using our adult, the inner child adult, so we don't lead with the adaptive child that is perfectionist and unforgiving, because that's a child's idea of what a grown-up should look like, and a lot of people, when the 4D is talking to you about there being a saga and a drama with the twin flame, yeah, there's not a saga or drama. For the 5D collective, the ones of us who are integration of the brain capable. So it means you say, oh, I have thoughts, oh, I have emotions. That does not mean that I'm going to project them at someone and surrender to the universe in perfect timing and all that stuff. The time to heal, you're always healing. And really, I shared with you a short, thank you so much to the lovely lady, Kylie, if I remember correctly. Kaylee, I always forget, I'm so sorry. But it's on our IHP YouTube channel. And as she says, people put their best foot forward if they want to. And what she noticed is that her content, when she talks about healing, there's a lot less engagement than when she talks about the part of when people are broken. And she called it broken content, or what was it? When I talk about the pains of being broken, and I'm like, yeah, that seems pretty right, because Cuscos are teenagers. I remember my teenage friends, they're drama queens and kings. This is not to make it small, the trauma stuff. No, to actually say, as she points out, you are the one who's going to motivate yourself to get your borderline personality lens in remission, I think is the word. So she says, I put in the work and I got there. And she also then got eventually a diagnosis for narcissism, which then had all these people basically treat her not really nice. And she's authentically, transparently healing. And it's because of human beings who say we lack the imagination for evil. That's just one of the random examples. Then there's others who just keep talking about demons and devils and they don't get educated with neuroscience, or maybe it's that they don't believe in neuroscience, but a pseudoscience lady is bullshit. So, it's one of those things where a 5D mystic, I'm like, sure, I know why I can be bullshit, but what about you? Do you not notice that you're ignoring an entire group of academics? I mean, granted, all the attachment trauma informed people, Daniel Siegel gets chased down hallways, I'm just saying. So it's not like he doesn't have people already saying, how dare you go and talk about this stuff. He's been doing 30 plus years of research. I'm just like, wow, Dan, you're awesome. I don't have people chasing me down hallways, but I chose not to go back to school for a reason after my master's degree. So being open to the infinite possibilities of life. Knowing that freedom, yes, it's yours, but you do live on a globe. So technically, there are those who would play with words and say, you're not really free. And I'm going to say, you know what? No, we are and we're not. But no, you're not free to walk naked everywhere. You're also not free to do a lot of things. So, it's one of those debates, but we can use our mind wisely. And so we're free to do that. And this is the beauty of when magic works through you. Okay, so 5D mystics, we don't surrender. That's why our twin flames, we don't chase each other or run after each other. It sounds more like I need I don't know, am I those poor horses. I'm thinking about when they say, oh yes, they want to be domesticated. Are you a horse? Are you a dog? I'm just going to say you're not either. So as long as you're not a dog, that's speaking to me, or horse, I, Maria, will see you. You'll say, yes, you're a human who's telling me something. I'm pretty sure the animals are just happy even without us, because we're the ones with secondary consciousness, not the other way around. They have fun with basic principles. The human being is the one who gets lost in their ruminating, for the ones who don't know how to use their mind. And then they have, people who tell them about imagination, and you know what they're using as their imagination when they keep on talking about demons possessing people, and not about neuroscientists who inform you there's a fear receptor in your brain, nightmare after nightmare, and that you will therefore hurt your brain. And I see people who in fact are mystics, they're 4D, and they don't go to get good therapy. And I notice, because I'm a reader, Akashic Record, tarot reader, and I follow my colleagues in my lovely spiritual community. So I don't mean to tease people in a way of saying anyone is better or not. Let me specify that, because that's not the case. Magic works through every person. And what I know is there's a jackass for every one of us. So I'm here for the jackasses who want to be emotionally and mentally mature and hang out and have fun and then talk about this globe. Like, wow. And not just that, because see, we heal trauma one person at a time by being safe haven seeker based. And this is a very serious deal. And so that means true love. So I don't say, knock, knock, who's there, love, and then I leave you. No, I am going to stick around, because otherwise I would have never said I love you in the first place. Oh, and I love all people, though. I'm polyamory. So some people will say that that doesn't count. I say, sure, you're not pure consciousness. Apparently, it's okay. You don't have to get there unconditionally loving. There are those who will say, yeah, you're not here to learn it. Those are the same ones who will like the broken content, because that way they can accentuate the pain. And they also like the Zen master who tells them all about suffering. So the reality is, I know enlightenment the human way with the choice of love, which we talked about, which is why everyone deserves healing and can choose it. Now, here's the thing. To heal, as therapists who negotiate with people, I learned from my classes, yes, they said, you're in hell right now. We'll get you out. You're going to have to walk up a ladder, though. Ladder burns. You're going to have to keep walking. And you want healthy, self-worth people around you. Otherwise, you're going to get back down on a... No, that depends. But a slippery slope is what happens when you hang around Pinocchio, who doesn't notice that he keeps on falling for the same bullshit. And, again, Pinocchio is only a story. But a human being who is trying and really, really wants to will get out. You know why? Because you motivate yourself when you wake up in the morning, and you motivate yourself when you go down to sleep at night. And because you give meaning and you take it away. And because that's a human with secondary consciousness. So the reality is, I got told why people don't want to live life a long time ago. There's a very special person. All my people are special, but this is a special, special human being who for a long, long time, there are a lot of choice points, very interesting choice points to make. And those choice points kept on adding up. And the thing is, though, they shared with me something, and then they went ahead and gave me a big scare, because then they disappeared on me and I was freaking out for like a whole month. And then they showed up and they were fine. And I was like, okay, can you explain? And that's when I didn't get an explanation, but I got to know that they were alive, and that's all that mattered. And so what I'm saying is, when you understand that there are those who don't know how to go to good therapy, but they do know how to consistently do something called a karma wheel and a pattern wheel. And now I'm sidetracked from something else I wanted to talk about. But you learn, one, that some people, they don't want to heal. But don't go around saying humans are demons, devils, evils, and that it's because humans are fucked up. No, we have a lot of attachment trauma that talks about trauma. So let's get people regulated. And we'll get a part 2 so that we can talk some more about life partners and relationships and Christ consciousness, and why it's beautiful to know that there's a bunch of great therapists out there and people are motivated to heal. And there are those of us who will support them with healthy self-worth. So we don't surrender to anything invisible. We actively take our 2 hands, our 2 feet, and our mouths, and we talk to each other with compassion, kindness, and love, and respect, because, we don't walk in anybody else's shoes. So woo-woo or not, we're going to say, I will love to hear what you have to say. open-hearted. That's how you build genuine relationships and you overflow with humanity. Tune in for more.